The headlines. Health workers report shelling near the Al-Quds hospital in Gaza, hours after Israel gives an order to evacuate. The Palestine Red Crescent says it's requested urgent clarification.
This decision affects the lives of 14,000 people plus our patients. And it really, they are putting us in a corner. We don't really know what to do.
The UN warns civil order may be breaking down in Gaza as thousands of residents break into warehouses for food and other basic items. Our other main story, Matthew Perry, one of the stars of the hit TV show Friends, has died. He was 54. Now, China's biggest annual show of military diplomacy is now underway in Beijing, despite the country's defense ministers being sacked last week. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu was initially listed in the agenda for the 10th Shangshan Forum as the first guest speaker at Monday's opening ceremony, which suggests that China was planning to give Russia a major presence at the forum despite its invasion of Ukraine, but his name no longer appears. The forum comes after Beijing sacked Defense Minister Li Shanghu without naming a replacement. Senior military leaders have been standing in. Many Western countries are skipping the forum or sending low-level delegations with concerns about how open the forum can be. Now, Bangladesh's opposition leader and dozens of members of his party have been arrested after violent protests in Dhaka. The Bangladesh National Party called for a nationwide strike, which erupted in clashes between police and the tens of thousands of demonstrators. One police officer was killed and more than 100 people injured during the protests, demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and calling for a free and fair vote under a caretaker government. There are conflicting reports as to why the opposition Secretary General Mirza Fakhrum Islam Alamgir was arrested. Now, Mexico says it has managed to evacuate 12,500 tourists who had been stranded in the coastal city of Acapulco since it was hit by Hurricane Otis on Wednesday. Footage recorded in Acapulco show the trail of damage left by the storm, where boats were washed ashore and left lodged between buildings. 43 people are now known to have died and 36 others are still missing. Otis was the most powerful hurricane ever on Mexico's Pacific coast. Local authorities estimate that it will take at least 3 months to clear debris from the central areas of Acapulco.